Hi there, it's Dominique Hurley and I'm at Ocean View Gallery. This video is part of my Communion art exhibition. Have you ever been to an art exhibition where you had a blank canvas? It hasn't been painted on yet, but it will be. Come between April 14th and 20th. I'm going to be living in Carbonear and exploring the theme of community through many activities like my 7 to 8 a.m. meditations, 8 to 9 a.m. community walks. Join me on those or show me your community if you're part of it. And after that, all day, I'm going to be painting this canvas live. It is called Communing with Community, and I have no idea what it's going to be. So come and watch it evolve, come spend time with me, and let me know what community means to you. And just come and be in the mood, the atmosphere, the energy of this room. It's amazing. I'm so glad to finally be showing a lot of these pieces in public. And join me. Hi everyone, I am at the Studio Coffee and Boutique. This is downstairs at 195 Water Street, where I am upstairs in the gallery doing my artist in residency. And I tell you, I have the hostess with the mostest. I know you've heard that before, but this is Tammy here. I'm actually sleeping at her house, borrowing her truck in the morning to get here at 6 a.m. for the meditation prep. Michelle has the school where I'll be teaching. They actually both everything. They own everything. What are the 5 businesses in this building?
We have Ocean View Art Gallery, Michelle's Fine Art School. We have Studio Coffee, Studio Boutique, and the Bay Girls Clothing line.
Yeah, that's right. And so if you want to support a big-hearted business, I tell you, come here. I can't believe how much out of their way they are going to make this an amazing week for me in my artist in residence stay. And I mean, I just come down to the coffee shop, order what I want, and it's on the house. I mean, yes, I am not going to be a starving artist this week or any week, but really not this week. So come on down, 195 Water Street in Carbonear. Thank you so much, Tammy and Michelle. infused with community energy, connecting to community here and what I'm discovering all around the world. Because as you can see, there's the Notre Dame window here. I started painting it after the fire, but I got the message that morning that I was supposed to include it in this painting, and I've actually been researching the geometry and the design of it for about 2 weeks prior to the fire in Paris. And so you can imagine how, like many people, I was affected by news of the fire, but also wondering and why I'd received the message to include it. And now I see in honoring it, but also imagining and remembering the thousands that were involved in creating that window, that cathedral, and over the years, the millions, if not billions, of people who visited. Again, bringing community from all around the world to the cathedral, to the window. I was there as a child, a teenager, and again as an adult. And I'm not sure why it was like a kick in the solar plexus to have news of that fire. And I'm sure it's affected many, many people around the world. I don't listen to the news very much, and so learning about it on Facebook is how I learned about it. But on the day where I had already decided this was the painting that it would be included on, not the one I had started at home. But it also continues from there, the links of how this relates to the Communing with Community painting is how the owner's son, Liam, here at the gallery was supposed to go singing with his choir in that cathedral in 2 weeks' time. And so the layers and layers of meaning of why I was intuitively guided to include the rose window, the stained glass window from Notre Dame in this painting are continuing to reveal themselves. And as I spend hour after hour making dots and painting here, I've got lots of time to reflect on it. And I have been in your space all week, and first I really want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for being amazing hostesses. I have had the most amazing week as artists in residence. And is there anything that you want to say about how having this show here was for you? That's a leading question, isn't it?
Well, it's been nothing but pure pleasure. And you don't know what to expect when you are kind of walking through the process of somebody who's creating in the space to complement the other works that you have. So it's beautiful theme. It just kind of flows really quite naturally. I've really enjoyed just kind of quietly sneaking in and out and watching you throughout your process. The piece is beautiful.
Oh, thank
Absolutely.
you. It also had a real link to Carbonear and to your family.
And it did. As I come in and I watch you work, I immediately felt this energy, and my heart just felt a little heavy in the fact that I know that my son, who of course is a singer with the Atlantic Boy Choir, were to travel to Notre Dame to sing at this cathedral. So to have you creating this in our space, in our gallery, in our world, and it just kind of linked us in a way that I didn't expect. So there's so much more that comes out of this experience that can even be expressed through words.
Yeah, and with intuitive visionary art, you never know the deeper layers and how all the connections and stuff. But I remember I didn't even hear it from you or from Liam. I heard about it from Tammy, and when she told me, I teared up. It was just like, it's another layer of truth of why it needed to be done here and needed to be done now. And it was powerful. So this whole piece is about the links of community. I asked people on Facebook if anybody needed prayers, or people that came in, if there was anybody in their life that needed prayers. And every dot in these little puzzle pieces that are prayers for people. Well, not everyone. It was about 10 hours. I didn't pray for 10 hours. That's a bit much. But so, the whole meaning of what came through. And there's more symbolism that I'll talk about on my blog post. But I just wanted, to thank you so much for having me here. It's been an amazing week.
Thank you so much once again.
You're welcome. And this is my Reconnecting collection. It's a growing collection. Right now we're April of 2019. I have 7 of the pieces done, and I know that the collection, I was told intuitively, will be 11, at least the first phase of the project. And number 1 of the collection is not here because it's going to be on display at the Rooms in St. John's, which is the Provincial Museum, where it is one of the finalists for the Arts and Letters Award that will be announced on April 26th, who the winners are. So that's been top secret for like 5 months now, and I can't wait to share it with the world. And this one here is the one that I worked on while I was in Carbonear as artist in residence, a piece on community. And so it's called Communing with Community. There are blog posts about the collection, about how it got inspired. And it was inspired when I was in Ottawa with my father at the cathedral there, which is also called Notre Dame Cathedral in Ottawa. And while I was there, we were there in the morning, and the light was streaming into the windows in a way that I wasn't used to, because I used to go to the cathedral with my mom and dad before she got placed into long-term care, and we used to go in the evening. So this was a new experience, and I got the message while I was sitting there waiting for Mass to start that I was to do a collection based on stained glass windows. So the structure of which is all stained glass windows, but the inside of it is my own spiritual journey, my own journey in this lifetime, what's influenced me. I never know what a painting is going to be before I start. So the collection is evolving piece by piece, revealing itself. So it's part of my personal process, but a lot of people are relating to the different things. So this painting here is about community, and I've talked a bit about, or I'll talk about that. And this one here is called Super Soul, and it's basically that whole childhood, everything that makes us who we are. All the white dots are where I've lived, the red dots are where I've visited, and basically school, church, my language, the fact that we traveled a lot as a kid, as a family when I was a child, and spending so much time in nature. In a time where it was okay for kids to be out on their own playing all day and not as closely supervised as today. It was just a different world. And Super Soul, this glass beaded figure here, it's basically how our hero's journey. We are all coming from everything that's made us who we are today, be it the challenges, be it the gifts, be it all of our experience. And we are like superpowers. What is your superpower? And it's about embracing the mystery of the future, not knowing where we're going, where we're coming from. Having grown up as Catholic, Jesus was very, very important to me. One of my first known team of divine helpers, and now my team has grown. I have a much more universal spirituality, but my religious upbringing sort of gave me that structure to understand faith and that. And so this is who I am, and the footsteps on the side, these are mine from baby to adulthood. But on the side you have my parents, cats and dogs, angel guides, my ex-husband, my ex-partner, nature, and just guiding spirits. And so it's just those who accompany us on our path as we grow into more of who we already are. As we move along, this one here is called The Universe is My Creative Playground, and there's blog posts on all of these you can find on my website. And this one is all about a celebration of creativity and play. After I finished painting the stained glass window, I got the vision of this woman leaning backwards, arched sort of in a passionate way, you know, like you would be over the edge of a bed or something with her long hair hanging down. But then the vision kept shape-shifting to a little child hanging from a tree upside down, you know, with her knees crooked in the tree and swinging and laughing. So it was all about that passion and play. And as I was working on her, I realized that, you know, letting your hair down, it was all about creativity. And in the hair, you'll find symbols of creativity in my life. Everything from dancing, nature, writing, painting, my teaching, where I've lived, intuitive living, intuitive traveling, all of that. So this is a celebration on creativity. The next one beside it is the perfect unfolding. And just like the lotus coming out of the seed, growing into the mud, we all have mud that we grow through, but by the time the lotus flower reaches the surface of the water, it's been washed clean and it blossoms. And this is really about embracing your true self, about letting yourself shine, about just going forth in life, knowing that you are supported, knowing that you are perfectly imperfect as you are, or imperfectly perfect, whichever way you want to see it. And a celebration of that. It is all about self-love. And over here are actually, they're not in the same order as I painted them, but you've got the two Marys. And the names of these two, Our Lady of Light and With Arms Wide Open, came when I asked my Facebook audience for name suggestions. Often I am given the name of a painting as I'm painting, given by my team of divine helpers, just intuitively knowing or sensing. Or in case of the one that I did here at the gallery, I knew the name before I even started the painting, Communing with Community. But these throughout, they told me, no, this is not up to me to name. So I asked my Facebook audiences, what comes to mind, what comes to heart for you? And over 50 suggestions came in, and I put them all together as a poem, all these names, and I made the most beautiful, beautiful poem ever, a prayer that you can find again on my blog. And so these two were painted after doing a little side trip on Newfoundland Island to the grotto in Renews and the grotto in Flat Rock, leading a group meditation there, the visions that came through, the feelings that came through during the meditation. And this is the Reconnecting collection. It is continuously growing. Number 11, which will be the last one, I'm told that I'm going to go to Glastonbury, England in July and August to research, to feel, to know what that last piece is going to be. And so I'm embracing the mystery. I'm just looking forward to finding that out, but I've got number 8, 9, 10 to do before then. And again, no idea what they will be, but that is all part of the intuitive process. Each layer reveals what it wants to become. It comes through visions, it comes through experience, and it comes through painting. Namaste.